Hello, this is Mr. Agbamu Idanagwene. I want to present this video on how to use GeoGebra to design a mechanism. And this video will also help you to know how to do some basic functions in GeoGebra. If you follow through this video very well, you will learn some of the icons of GeoGebra and what you can do with them. So let me start. So before I can show you this mechanism, let me import the image of the mechanism I want to do. So just click on this icon, click on image, then browse. Let me browse through the image. So I saved it in my desktop. So depending on where you save the image, you search for it in your system. Okay, so this is the image I want to demonstrate. Then you open, it will now come into your GeoGebra software. Now I don't need the axis. Let me remove this axis. Just right click and click on show axis. It will go. Okay, I don't even need this algebra view. Let me close this. Alright, so this is the image. Now let me explain this image so that you get to know how this mechanism works. This image, you can see the picture here. We have two fixed points, which is point O and point P. And O, there's a link that connects to O, which is the OA link, and this link is the main prime mover of this mechanism. As OA rotates, it will transmit power to this link AB, which pushes this member now PC, and it will make PC to oscillate in this order, and from there the power will be transmitted to CD link, which thereby reciprocate this point D along this slider. So with GeoGebra you can do the mechanism and you watch it, and to help you to understand it better so that you know how it works. So let's start. To start, I need to do some of this spacing we have here from point O to point P. These are the two fixed points. I need to locate these two fixed points so that I'll know that I'm not moving them again when we start. So let's get our point. So let's start with point O. Let me put point O somewhere here. Okay. Then let me reduce this 150 to a scale of let's say 100, 1 to 100. So I divide 150 by 100 to give me 1.5, which is 1. So 1.5 will be somewhere here. Okay. Then I move 420 from O to P. So this will be 4.2, and that will be somewhere here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.2 should be somewhere here. Alright, so these are my two fixed points. Let me label them. So just right click, rename point O, enter, then right click, rename point P, enter. So that is that. Okay, let's start. Let's start with the first member, which is OA. And you start with a circle with center radius. Let me take radius 2. Okay. So on this circle, I can now place my point A on this circle. Yeah, so my point A, which is this, can rotate around the circle. So as point A rotates, it will carry the power to PC. But let me label this first. So rename it, call it A. Okay. Alright, then let me connect it with my segments. Let's go to A. Okay. Let me undo all this. Okay. Then you can see A is moving around the circle. Alright, so I don't need this circle for now. Let's hide it. Right click and click on show object. Now let's move to the next member here, PC. Alright, so I need to get a circle from P to B first, because the mechanism shows that OA will rotate and carries the power to AB. So I need to locate point B, and to do that I need a circle from A to this point B and a circle from P to this point B. So how do I do that? We get our circle center P. Let me take a radius of, let's say, 3. Let me see. Alright, so from here to here, which is this point to here, okay. Then let me take a circle from center A. Let me use radius, let's say radius 5. Let me see how it goes. Okay, radius 5 is okay, which is this. Then the next thing is, let's get our point of intersection, intersect between this circle and this circle. So this is the point I need. I don't need this point. Then let me hide all this circle. Just right click the circles, click on show objects. Then I need this point. Click on show object. Then I can now connect my point, my segment from A to this point, then from this point to P, and this is the point B. Let me label it, right click, rename, call it B. Okay, yeah, so let's roll point A and see how it moves B. So as I move A, you can see the way B moves up and down. See the way B moves up and down. So now we can now connect PB to point C, so that we can get this point C. And what I need is a circle, a straight line from B, P to B. Then seeing the distance, okay, they are not really equal, so we can just create any point. Let me take a segment from P through this B, let's say down to somewhere here. Alright, and this will now become point C. We will name it and call it point, okay, so already C. So this is point C. Then we don't need this line, let's hide it. Show object. So we have achieved our first aim now. As OA rotates, let's rotate OA. As OA rotates, you can see it transmits power to AB, which is what you can see now. See, and PC need to oscillate up and down. So that is that. So the next thing we need to do now is this slider, and that will be the last part of our mechanism. Then how do we get this slider? We need to get this horizontal and this vertical line from P to D, and that distance is 300. So let me get a line, just get a straight line. Okay, let me get a point first so that I'll mark my distance. So from P to somewhere here, I need 3, which is 1, 2, 3. Something like this. Let's say from here. Then I need a straight line. A straight line like this. Alright. And this straight line, let me make it hidden. don't even need to make it hidden. I will still hide it later on. Okay, so remember the mechanism. So C, as C oscillate up and down. Let me see. C oscillate up and down. It will transmit power to these points. It will transmit power to point D. So let's create a circle from using C as a center. Let me take circle of, for example, let me use 6. Let me see. Okay, I think 6 is okay. Then what I need here is point of intersection between this line and circle, and that is this point, and that will give us our point D. That will be the end of our mechanism. So let's rename it and call it D. So I can now hide every other thing I have there. I can now hide this one. I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. There's another one here. I don't need it. So that is all. So let me move now. As OA rotates, see, D will reciprocate up and down. So that's what we are saying. Let me zoom it down a little so that we can view everything well. Okay, as OA rotates, I want us to see where D will reciprocate up to. So that is it. So let's connect C to D, and that is all. So let me just make a simple box. Before I do that, I just make a small circle. Use circle of 0.5 radius. So let me just make a small polygon there. Before I do, let me shift D out of the point. So just a small polygon, something to represent this small box that is sliding. Just something like this. Something like this. Okay. So let me hide all these things I don't need. Let me hide all these ones I don't need. Let me hide all this I don't need. Okay, let me bring the other one back. Okay. Okay, so let me hide all this. Hide them. Hide them. So mechanism done now. Our work is complete. So we can do the animation and see how it goes. So click on A, right click on animation and watch it. So this is the mechanism we are talking about. As OA rotates, it takes power to AB. You can see it takes power to AB. AB pushes the link PC up and down, whereby PC will need to reciprocate, PC need to oscillate, then transmit power to CD, and D need to reciprocate. Just like that. Let me stop the animation. Then let me put trace in some of the members so that you can view how the path they are going to mark. So the aim of this mechanism is, as OA rotates, C will oscillate, then D will move to and fro. Let me also put a trace on A so that we see how the path they are all tracing. While B is pushing the link PC. So let's play the animation and see how it goes. You can see it Point A is rotating. See, point A is rotating. Point C will oscillate, while point D will reciprocate in this order. So this is how this mechanism is going to work, and I think you enjoyed this video, and this will also help you to learn some of the functionality of GeoGebra Classic software. So thank you for watching. Do have a nice day.